I'll be demonstrating how to make a bobble. Bobbles are a cute little knitted ball that add a lot of charm and texture to knitting. My favorite type of a bobble is made in the Celtic tradition, and I think it is the easiest and also just a nice looking bobble. So I'm going to start by making the bobble by knitting into my first stitch. And a bobble is made by increasing the stitches all in one stitch, then working them for a bit, and then decreasing it to finish off the bobble. So I'm going to start by knitting into this first stitch. I'm going to knit one and draw the loop through, but I am going to leave the original stitch on my left-hand needle. Now I'm going to yarn over by simply bringing my yarn to the front in between those two needles. And now I'm going to re-knit that first stitch on my left-hand needle, draw that loop through, again, still leaving my original stitch on my left-hand needle. One more yarn over by bringing my yarn in between, and then I will knit that stitch on my left-hand needle, draw the loop through, and take the whole thing off. So you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches that I made into that first stitch. So now I am going to just work on these 5 stitches of my 5-stitch bobble. I'm going to turn my work to the wrong side. And this is the odd part about bobble construction, is now my working yarn is on my left-hand needle, and I want to knit these 5 stitches. So I'm going to put my working yarn to the back, and I'm going to knit these 5 stitches. And yes, I am on the wrong side of the fabric. The bobble we are making here is what is called a reverse stockinette bobble, which means I'm going to knit on the purl sides and purl on the knit sides. But that gives your texture, your bobble, just a bit more texture. So now I have knit those 5 stitches. Now I'm going to turn my work to the right side of my fabric, and I'm going to purl those 5 bobble stitches. All the while I am working the bobble, the rest of my stitches are just resting, waiting for me to finish this bobble. So now I purled 5, and it's time to turn my work again to the wrong side. Now I'm going to begin decreasing these stitches. And I'm going to do that by knitting 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together. So bring my working yarn to the back, and knit those first 2 bobble stitches together. Knit the next stitch. And now knit the last 2 bobble stitches together. So my original 5 bobble stitches are now reduced to 3. I will turn my work to the right side of the fabric, and now I just have 3 bobble stitches left, and I will reduce that by purling 3 together. So you've got to work your needle into the front of those 3 remaining stitches, purl them together, and now you have the bobble completed, and it is all done on your right hand needle. So I'll bring my working yarn to the back, and I'm going to just knit a few stitches away from that last bobble. And let's try it one more time. I'm going to knit into this stitch, draw the loop through. So that would be my knit 1, yarn over, knit again, draw the loop through, yarn over, and knit that stitch for the last time. Now I have created 5 new stitches. I will turn my work to the wrong side, bring my working yarn to the back, and knit 5. side of the fabric, and I will purl these 5 stitches. Turn my work. Now I'm going to begin decreasing. So I will knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, turn my work for the last time, and I'm going to purl those 3 stitches together, completing the bobble, and I now have 1 stitch on my right hand needle. Here I have 3 finished bobbles. As you can see, they are done in reverse stockinette, or the purl side is shown here, so it provides a nice contrast against the stockinette background, and they pop out nicely and will add any bit of whimsy and charm to your knitting. Happy knitting!